Wapakoneta Redskins are looking for their 6th straight win, while their rivals, the St. Mary's Roughriders, are trying to avoid going 0-8. They meet tonight here at Harmon Field, and it's next on Game Face Ohio.
High-speed internet.
TSC offers 5 high-speed internet packages, and we have one that's just right for you, no matter how much or how little you use the internet.
24/7 free local technical support, and if you require a service call, you'll be pleased to know that we keep our appointments.
Bundle your high-speed internet with your phone and cable and save big money with our Emerge plan.
Ask about high-speed internet from TSC today.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Welcome into Harmon Field. I'm Dan Hirn along with Mike Reams, and tonight the Wapakoneta Redskins will host the St. Mary's Roughriders. The Redskins come into this ballgame 6-1, 5-1 inside the WBL, and taking on their rival in the WBL, the St. Mary's Roughriders, who enter this game 0-7 and 0-6 inside the conference. And Mike, this team has soldiered through this 0-7 season. They've had 4 games. They've lost by a combined total of 14 points. So maybe they're not quite as bad as that 0-7 mark.
Yeah, even Coach Fry has recognized that they're a much improved team from last year. And talking to the St. Mary's coaching staff this week, you know, they can identify certain plays. If they just went the other way, they're looking at a very different record.
The St. Mary's Roughriders are led by Coach Greg Phillips, who's in his 3rd season. They're coming off a 27-23 loss versus Defiance, a game that they were able to put 359 yards of total offense up. They held the ball for nearly 31 minutes and still able to find a way to lose that game, as the Defiance was able to come back and take that one.
Yeah, it was a very important matchup last week. They like I said, led most of the game, and it was about a minute and a half left in the regulation that they were able to, like I said, just let the pass get over the top of their head and end up going behind.
Well, the Roughriders will try to avoid making it 0-8, and we'll have that game for you next on Game Face Ohio.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just call on TSC. Part of your community. TSC, it's as easy as it can be.
Telephone, TV, internet too. We make it all so easy for you. Locally owned, fast service and more. We've got what you're looking for.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home, building, and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
Back here at Harmon Field for the final home game of this 2013 season for the Wapakoneta Redskins, and a pretty good way to wrap up the home schedule against their rival in the WBL, the St. Mary's Roughriders. The Roughriders, as we mentioned, 0-7 coming in, but they've had some close losses, and they're looking to maybe get their first victory against a team that they would really like to beat.
Yeah, if you look at in the past, knowing Coach Fry, he definitely says throw the records out. There's one team you want to beat, and that's the team be on your borders, and whether that be in this situation St. Mary's. So there's definitely no love loss here. There's definitely good sportsmanship amongst each other, but this is a W that both teams definitely wants to get.
The Roughriders won the toss and have elected to defer, so they'll kick it away. Mike, what do you look to see out of St. Mary's tonight if they're going to win this game?
St. Mary's, they're searching right now for consistency on all three areas of the game, defense, offense, and special teams. Talking to their coaches this week, this is an area that they've been trying to focus on. They've looked at several games where they've highlighted, like you mentioned last week, offense was definitely clicking. They were able to put a lot of yards up on Defiance, but they just need to get consistent.
Kick is away. It'll be fielded by the up man at the 28-yard line. And the scoreboard, we lost power on the scoreboard, Mike, and I think they tried to stop this kick before it started. But Schmergy scooped that ball up and took it to the 45-yard line. We'll see if they...
Yeah, we'll let the refs get this sorted out.
Yeah, and they got power back now. We'll see how fast they can get that reset. But you saw the guys in the return men at the back of the field there shuffling off to the side to try and alert St. Mary's that the scoreboard was off.
And talking with Doug this week, Coach Fry, that is, he feels that maybe the special teams area of St. Mary's is an area where they can exploit. He definitely wants to see a good special teams showing out of his group this week.
Well, one of the key guys for Wapakoneta that won't be on the field tonight is Cody Morgan. There you see Huffman out there, Aaron Huffman, sophomore. Will hand it off to Metz, who goes off the right side, and he's going to get up to midfield. That's a first down carry.
That's exactly what we expected to see out of the first play of the game. I think we're going to see the ball stay on the ground quite a bit tonight. Off of both offenses, definitely run dominated.
Keaton Metz had one of those nights that you'll always remember. Last week, he was a part of 4 touchdowns. He returned the opening kickoff against OG for 93 yards and a touchdown. He caught a touchdown pass, ran for a touchdown, and also threw a touchdown pass. Here's Schmergy off the left side. He finds some room across the 45, down to the 43-yard line, and he's close to a first down, and he'll have one.
There's definitely going to be a steady dose of number 22 tonight coming out the Rough Rider defense.
Rough Rider 43-yard line.
Let's go ahead and take a look at starters for the Redskins. As Huffman runs back onto the field, there you see his numbers. He is under center. Hand off to Metz. He'll go to the right side. Finds the corner and more up across the 35 to about the 30-yard line. Nice run for Keaton Metz as we take a look at the rest of the Redskins starting lineup. There you see the offensive line. And a lot of upperclassmen in that group, and a lot of size. There's your skill guys. Zach Schmergy, as you mentioned, Mike, going to carry a load as he has done all year long. And he'll get the ball here. Goes to the left side. Finds some space out across the 20. Shakes off one man. He'll dive across the 15 and down to the 12-yard line.
Right now, St. Mary's looks like they're going to need to do a better job forcing the edges, keeping the Redskin ball carriers inside.
Well, that was one thing that Coach Fry said St. Mary's would try to do, is get to the corners. So far, the Redskins haven't had any trouble doing that themselves. Flag comes in as this ball is snapped, and the Redskins will take a few steps backwards.
Number 2.
Here's the last run by Schmergy. This is really a prototypical run by him.
It's kind of an unfair matchup when he gets out there on the corner against a DB with his size.
Handoff Martin, left side. He's got room down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Nice little counter action there. Coach Fry opted to bring that ball back across. And, yeah, they're knocking on the door already.
Logan Martin, kind of the third head out of that backfield, and he adds a little spark when he gets the handoff.
St. Mary's defense needs to get settled down right here and get some stops.
Handoff Schmergy, left side. He is down to the 1-yard line.
That will be a first down for the Redskins.
So it'll be first and goal for the Redskins after that carry. And a ball at the 1-yard line. And the St. Mary's defense to this point hasn't offered much resistance. Handoff Schmergy, left side. No indication yet. Still waiting for a call. And apparently he did not get in.
Well, there's a lot of credit to the interior D-line on St. Mary's. They have definitely been picking up their game. There's some decent size in there. One of the defensive tackle starters is Brandon Coffey.
8th play of the drive for the Redskins. Huffman brings him to the line, and he'll take it himself. I don't know how he could not get in. There it is.
There's the signal. Well, they definitely had to earn that one.
So a touchdown for the Redskins with 8:40 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Redskins have done a good job on their opening possessions throughout the season of moving the ball downfield. They do it here again tonight. Heingardner, perfect on the season on extra points, steps up to tack on the kick. He's up, and it is good. 8:40 left in our first quarter, and the Redskins put together an impressive first possession. They lead 7-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
8 plays, 54 yards, 3
Combine internet, telephone, and cable, and what do you get? Big savings. That's right. With TSC's bundling package, Emerge, you can combine your high-speed internet, telephone, and cable and save lots of money. Watch the convenience emerge, watch the great service emerge, and watch your savings emerge. So call today and bundle all of your services with the local company you know and trust, TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
8:40 remaining in our first quarter, and the Redskins with the lead 7-0. Aaron Huffman capped a 8-play, 54-yard drive that covered 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And the Redskins take the early lead. Heingardner puts the foot into it. It'll be fielded inside the 5-yard line, back out across the 10 to the 20. They find room to the far side of the field, and pretty good starting field position for the Roughriders as they'll end up at the 31-yard line.
That was number 33, Eric Spicer, a true freshman, returned that football. Back deep also with him was Jared Now's number 22, number 7, Trent Slife.
Well, we'll see the the Rough Rider offense for the first time tonight, and this Wapak defense should recognize this offense from practice.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of wing T put into this St. Mary's offense, which is what Coach Fry used to have as his offense when he was head coach at St. Mary's Memorial. So yes, they should definitely recognize some of this.
Isaac Fitzgerald, the junior quarterback under center. He will hand it off. Coming to the near side, up across the 35.
There's Patrick Obringer with the carry there, getting it to the corner, getting some positive yards.
So Obringer, a 5'10", 190-pound junior. He's listed as a running back and a linebacker. Not too many of these guys play both ways.
There's definitely a handful that are trying to sub in, but what they're doing right now is definitely during practice learn both sides of the ball.
Handoff Obringer again, up the middle of the field. He finds some room across midfield up to the 47-yard line.
He definitely looks like a physical kid that wants to get that extra yard at the end of the run.
Had a good burst of speed coming across the line, too.
And Coach Phillips is pretty pleased with some of his younger players, his juniors and sophomores, as well as their senior leadership.
16-yard carry for Obringer on that last tote.
He's been one of their workhorses this year.
He lines up off to the left side now. Man in motion across the backfield and getting in there and dropping Slife. I believe that was Steinke. No, Shaneline, excuse me. Yeah. Shaneline got in there.
Yep. Trent Slife carrying the ball for the Roughriders. Just couldn't escape the grasp.
This is a great angle to look at this.
Quick penetration. No one was able to get the block on him, and Trent Slife was dropped for a loss.
Thomas Shaneline has disrupted more than one offensive play so far this year, and he drops him for a 5-yard loss there.
Switch formation, a little bit of wing T. Drawn back for a pass.
In trouble. Gets rid of it. Going to the opposite side of the field. Not a lot there, and that play blown up from the beginning as Trent Whale tried to make something out of it.
All right.
Looked like the ball man came loose, but they're saying he was down.
Kind of a broken play.
Certain that's not the way they drew that up.
No, I don't know.
Okay, there you see Fitzgerald under pressure. He got rid of it, fortunately. Well, that ball, that clearly came out before he was down. So St. Mary's dodged the bullet there.
That was Trent Whale, their fullback, on the reception there.
Slife will take the handoff. He goes off to the left side, and he'll get back close to midfield. But they're still 3 yards short of the original line of scrimmage. And it's 4th down and 13.
Looks like the punt unit's coming onto the field. Back for punting for St. Mary's is number 80, Quinn Czar, who also doubles up as their tight end.
Czar is a big fella, 6'5", 255, and he is a junior. He'll stand at his own 36-yard line. Low snap, but he just did get it away. It'll hit at the 21-yard line, fielded by Posada on the far, by Henderson rather, up across the 25 to the 30-yard line.
We get a second look at the Wapakoneta offense and see if the St. Mary's defense has settled down from that first drive.
Well, St. Mary's offense had a couple of nice plays there to start that drive, and then everything just kind of imploded.
And Coach Phillips and his staff definitely says the key to a victory tonight will be eliminating those costly mistakes as far as penalties.
Here's the handoff to Metz. He goes off the right side. He gets up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 6-yard tote on first down.
The group of Roughriders there to stop him after a 5-yard gain. Make that 6.
Yeah, this Rough Rider defense is going to have to make a stop here. This game could get out of hand quick for them. Huffman under center. Handoff, Schmergy left side. He'll be up close to the first down. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to get loose. He's across midfield, and it's a foot race to the end zone. Zach Schmergy will add to the Wapak lead.
Yep. Logan Mays was in pursuit, but just couldn't gain ground on him enough, and Schmergy's in for the touchdown. That's definitely not what they were wanting to see out of the second series there.
64-yard run for Zach Schmergy. Boy, he just did not give up.
No, he kept those feet driving, and you know what? Good things pay off when you do that. And 64 yards later, he finds himself in the end zone.
Heingardner out to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it's no good. Wide to the right. That's the first extra point that Heingardner hasn't been able to complete this season. But the Redskins in control so far. They lead 13-0 with 4:58 remaining in our first quarter. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Welcome back into Harmon Field as Heingardner puts the foot into it following a 64-yard touchdown run by Zach Schmerge. Slife on the return up across the 20, and that's where the Roughriders will start their next possession. That 64-yard run is a 2-play 70-yard drive that took just 42 seconds off the clock, and the Redskins have looked dominant offensively so far.
Now St. Mary's offense needs to get themselves into a gear and get themselves down the field to get this answered. If not, you're right, we can definitely get this game way out of hand real quick.
Fitzgerald will be under center. Slife takes the handoff. He goes off the left side. He gets up across the 25 to the 26-yard line, gain of about 3 on the play.
A host of Redskins takes them down right there. You know, they definitely had some good all year long. The Redskins have had good interior play from their D-line and their linebacker unit.
Backside. Yeah.
So St. Mary's will come to the line on a 2nd down and 6. They've had some positive plays, but their negative plays have been big losses. Fitzgerald lobs it to the near side, and he overthrows his intended receiver. He was looking to connect with Trent Whale.
And Trent's been a pretty good fullback for the year, but he's also had some nice key receptions, but they just couldn't connect right there.
Well, a little bit overthrown for Whale. He had some space over here on the near side. 3rd down and 6 coming up now. Redskins did a great job on 3rd down last week. They held OG to 4 of 12. Fitzgerald with another pass. This one out to the near side. It's caught short of the 1st down and brought down inside the 30-yard line after making the reception is Nouse. There you see another look at it. And that play just did not have success written on it.
No, they like to get number 22, Jared Dallas, in the open field with the ball. He's definitely a quick, shifty kid. He's been able to make some big plays the last few weeks for the St. Mary's Roughriders, both on the offensive and defensive side.
Yeah, he had a good week last week against Defiance. 13 carries, 117 yards, had a couple of TDs. Czar out there to boot it away, his 2nd punt of the night. Better snap this time. He gets the foot into it. Metz will field it inside the 40. Takes it to the far side of the field. He's across midfield, and he'll go down near the 40-yard line on the St. Mary side.
Making the tackle for St. Mary's Roughriders was Jaden Heitkamp, another young kid, I believe a junior. You'll see him on the offensive and defensive side tonight.
Well, no reason to expect anything different out of the Redskin offense here.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it.
First down and 10. Handoff.
Bringing the sweep around. He gets the edge, but
Martin with the carry down to the 39-yard line. He'll pick up 3.
Getting a tackle from his corner position, it was number 33, Eric Spicer.
Yeah, Spicer just did a good job of running him down.
That's a good thing. There was some daylight after that. He probably could have.
And Spicer's the freshman you talked about.
Yes, he's a very good young athlete.
Schmergy runs into the pile at the left side. Second effort gets him down to the 36-yard line.
Adam Brown, one of the seniors for the Rough Riders, comes in and fills the hole very nicely against Schmergy and wasn't going to let him get very far on that one.
So a third down coming up for the Redskins. This is their first third down tonight. Posada wide to the near side. Huffman back to pass. He lobs it down the near sideline. Looking for Posada. He'll make the catch, but he was out of bounds.
For stepping in tonight, Aaron Huffman, I believe is only a sophomore, but he's a good-looking kid, about 6'4", 170 pounds, and throws the ball down the field pretty nice.
Morgan with an injury to his thumb on his non-throwing hand, so.
He does have a cast.
And we've seen him on the sidelines. He has a cast on that hand, so. Here's Metz. Going to the right side on fourth down. He will get up across the 35. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to be close to the first down.
St. Mary's defense is signaling that they did stop him.
And I think they're going to bring the chains out, see where that one ended up. It looks very close.
With a running game like the Redskins have, bringing in a young quarterback like that is awful beneficial.
Here you see the carry by Metz. Good job by Metz of driving after getting contact there.
And Logan Mays for the Rough Riders came in and wrapped him up. It was drug just a few extra yards. We'll see if that was just enough for the first down or not.
So that's a shot in the arm for the St. Mary's defense that really hasn't been able to put the brakes on that Redskin offense at all so far tonight.
Well, it's a game of inches, and the Redskins came up a few inches short, so the Rough Riders offense is back on the field looking to get down there. They're going to have to go. They're starting out at the 32-yard line is where they're starting out at.
Up to that point, Mike, the Redskins had converted 9 fourth downs in a row, including 6 for 6 last week.
That's a nice stat.
Handoff to the right side. Not much there. Obringer with the carry.
Some costly turnovers have forced a few losses for the Rough Riders this year, and then on the opposite side of that, I believe the Redskins are on a plus 17 for the season, and anytime you're that high on the turnover ratio, you're definitely going to be winning ball games.
Yeah, the Rough Riders are a -4 in that category, so. Handoff left side. Slife with the carry up to the 35. Not a whole lot there.
It looked like it was blocked well initially, but some of the Redskins definitely went flying in there, and it closed that gap very quickly.
This Redskins defense comes in ranked #1 in the WBL against the run. They give up only 92 yards on average per game, so. And that's where St. Mary's makes their living, is on the ground. Handoff, Obringer coming to the near side. He's hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward to about the 40. He lost his hat, and he'll be 2 yards short of the first down.
Brings up a fourth down, and you know, a lot of that defense for the Redskins can be credited to their D coordinator, Shane Patterson, who definitely is a tough individual himself, and he tries to get his defense to fly the football and definitely just be a tenacious defense.
Well, the Roughriders will let the final seconds of the first quarter tick off here before dealing with this 4th down and 2. So after 1 quarter of play, the Redskins with a good first quarter lead 13-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
This is man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. You'll never miss a second of your favorite program again because you can pause the show in one room and play it back in another, even while you're recording it. You watch different shows at the same time and pause, fast forward, and rewind from any set. You can even pause live TV. Man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. Just maybe not woman's greatest invention.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Back here at Harmon Field for the start of the second quarter as you look at big plays from the first quarter of play, a quarter that the Redskins dominated. They had 14 plays for 138 yards offensively, and here's a big one right there. Zach Schmerge running 64 yards for a touchdown. He has 96 yards already in the game on 6 carries. Well, the Roughriders decided to punt it away, and that's how the second quarter will start as Metz calls for the fair catch at the 29-yard line.
Down the cover for the Roughriders is number 15 again, Adam Brown. And out comes the Rough Rider defense and the Redskin offense.
Conversely, for the St. Mary's Roughriders, 11 plays, only 28 yards through that first quarter. So they've struggled offensively, obviously.
A lot of that credit does go to the Redskin defense, and they're just not giving much daylight for the running game of the Roughriders to break loose.
Roughriders were able to stop the Redskins on their last offensive possession. We'll see how they do here. Here's Schmerge off to the right side. Nice stiff arm at the 34-yard line. Finds some space and bowls his way up across the 45 to the 46 before being knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, he's definitely a load when he comes off that corner, and some of these smaller defensive backs for St. Mary's they're going to have to get a hold of those legs and definitely hang on until help gets there.
You don't have to get hit by that guy very many times to know you got to get low.
Yeah, absolutely.
17 yards on that last carry for Schmerge, so he's well over 100 yards already tonight. Here's Keaton Metz. He goes down the near side, up across the 40 and down into into Rough Rider territory to the 37-yard line.
That big offensive line for the Redskins is they're getting around the corner there and picking up some extra blocks.
Some back-to-back 17-yard runs.
Someone's going to have to get this defense sparked for the Rough Riders. If not, they're going to be in for a very long evening.
Huffman hands off to Schmerge, who goes right up the middle to the 30-yard line. When you're snapping off runs at 17 yards a clip, things are going well offensively.
Yeah, anytime you're picking up 7 yards from first down, that makes opens up the playbook for second down. Coach Fry's going to be able to call almost anything he wants to here, whether or not he wants to take a poke in the end zone or just keep it on the ground. Full backfield, bringing it around.
Metz to the corner. He's hit as he gets to the 25, and he'll fall forward to the 24-yard line. Another first down. Already 7 first downs for Wapak in this game. St. Mary's has 1 so far.
It's very apparent that Coach Fry has a few running backs that he doesn't mind getting the ball into their hands and seeing what they're doing.
That was actually their 8th first down so far. Posada will line up wide to the left. Huffman with the handoff to Schmerge. He spins off a one-man and falls into the pile across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That front line of the Redskins, they're just getting a big push on that defensive line of St. Mary's, and they're controlling the trenches right now.
Well, and Schmerge has, as usual, been the dominating runner, bouncing off that initial contact and picking up positive yards after. The 64-yard run that he broke off earlier, he ran through 3 tackles to get that. Here's Metz to the right side. He bounces off one man, and he gets down to the 6-yard line.
Yes.
Look at Metz. He's coming right at you here.
Yeah,
nice
right
carry.
now the St. Mary's DBs are probably leading the team in tackles, and that's not necessarily something you want to see. You want to see the up front and the linebackers getting the tackles.
First down and goal from the 7 after the 12-yard carry by Metz. Here's Schmerge to the right side. He is going to find the end zone. No, they're going to say he was down at the 1. Wow.
That might be more like the 6-inch-yard line there. He was all but in, but his knee did hit before he crossed the plane. And so, again, the defense for the Roughriders have one more chance to keep him out.
I don't envy their task here. Huffman under center. Handoff Schmerge this time. Lost the ball, and it'll be recovered by St. Mary's in the end zone.
I think number 3, Logan Mays, jumped on it. I didn't see who put a helmet on and popped that out. But there's a spark the Roughriders need.
Boy, that is a turn of events right there, because St. Mary's was staring down the barrel of a 20-point deficit. And there you see Schmerge just had it poked out of his hand as he went across the line there.
Well, can't quite tell. That's number 54, Becker for the Roughriders. Tristan Becker may have been the one that put the hat on, or number 50.
Either way, a huge play for the Roughriders defense.
Let's see if they can turn this into points.
Obring will take the handoff. He goes to the corner. He finds it to the 30, to the 35, and he'll fall forward to the 36-yard line. Obring snapped off a couple of nice runs earlier in the ball game on their first possession, but then a couple of back-to-back just miserable plays for this offense put them into a punt situation, and since then they haven't been able to get anything going.
It's all about getting those blockers around the corner and picking up a few guys and giving these Rough Rider running backs a chance to gain some yards.
Fitzgerald will hand it off. It'll be Slife to the near side. He's got the 40 to the 45, cross midfield, and he'll go out of bounds near the 46-yard line on the Redskin side of the field.
He had blockers out in front. I didn't quite see why he stepped out, but he definitely had some lead blockers. But that's definitely what you want.
There you see Slife. And it looked like his momentum just kind of took him out of bounds. That play prompted Coach Fry to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 8:27 left in our half. The Redskins still with a 13-0 edge. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
high-speed internet.
TSC offers 5 high-speed internet packages, and we have one that's just right for you, no matter how much or how little you use the internet.
24/7 free local technical support, and if you require a service call, you'll be pleased to know that we keep our appointments.
Bundle your high-speed internet with your phone and cable and save big money with our Emerge plan.
Ask about high-speed internet from TSC today.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Roughriders with a first down in Redskin territory at the 46-yard line. Obring looking for the corner, finds some space, and he'll get down to the 41-yard line as a flag.
Mask.
And that is the call. So St. Mary's recovered the fumble in the end zone, has sparked their offense. They're across midfield and now being helped out by the penalty here against the Redskins.
They can get this finished.
There you see Obring going around to the corner, and right there, see his head turn just a little bit. That's all the official needed to see.
Like an official timeout here, but if these Roughriders get this into the end zone, a 13-6 or a 13-7 ball game definitely changes the looks of what we were seeing in the first quarter.
Boy, and the way that this team has played so far in this ball game, they're lucky to be that close. It could just as easily be a 20-0 game right now.
Absolutely.
Fitzgerald under center. Hands it to Slife. He will go left side, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Again, a few positive yards there, but there was a gang of Redskins ready to take him down.
And St. Mary's really has worked on the edges. They have not worked in the middle at all so far, or at least very limited.
Right now they have nobody in the backfield, a couple slots.
And Obring will take it up the middle. He'll get a few. They'll spot that one near the 32-yard line, so third down and about 6 coming up, 3rd and 6.
Mixing in some personnel on the offense. Number 22, Jared Nouse, is in the ball game. Look to get the ball into his hands on third down. Again, whether it's on the edge or out in space.
He'll line up to the right. Slife on the left side. They put in motion and a pass over the middle. It's caught by the big tight end Czar.
That's right. A quick little pop pass off the backside, off the play action, and Fitzgerald put it right in the breadbasket, and he caught it.
Big target over the middle of the field. We mentioned it before, 6'5", 255. And a 12-yard connection gives the Roughriders a first down to the 20-yard line.
Keeps this drive going for them.
A little bit of confusion here, it looks like. And a timeout going to be taken by the Roughriders. I don't know whether they had confusion about who was supposed to be where or if there was the wrong guys on the field, but that's the kind of thing you don't want to see when your offense is moving the way they have been on this drive. 6:42 left in the half, and the Redskins with a 13-0 lead over St. Mary's. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home building and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just call on TSC. Part of your community. TSC. It's as easy as it can be.
Telephone, TV, internet too. We make it all so easy for you. Locally owned, fast service and more.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Welcome back to Harmon Field. 6:42 remaining in the half. I'm Dan Hirn along with Mike Reams. And Mike, the Rough Rider offense finally getting something going, and then they have some confusion with personnel. Take a timeout. We'll see if they can get things going again coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to slow momentum down when you're actually getting to the positive yards and moving down the field on.
Handoff left side.
I believe that's their fullback, number 26, Trent Whale. And that's been an Achilles heel for the Rough Riders all year as far as some personnel issues and having to call some timeouts. And it's been some drive killers for them.
Well, they have a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Wales stays in there in the backfield. Slife in motion. Handoff left side. And inside the 10-yard line is now. He'll get down to about the 7. And it'll be a 1st down for the Rough Riders. So they came out of that timeout okay.
Yeah, well blocked play there. Now hit the gap hard and kept his feet driving. And only being a smaller guy, not like a Schmergy, but he definitely got some positive yards after contact.
9th play of the drive coming up for the Rough Riders. Fitzgerald under center. Handoff up the middle of the field and into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Rough Riders. That was Whale off the right side. And that's a huge turnaround for this Rough Riders team. They take that, what would have been the 3rd touchdown of the night for the Redskins, take that ball away, and then go to the end zone themselves.
It looked like they had a sense of urgency on that drive, and they weren't going to take no for an answer. And after a few penalties from the Redskins and a timeout on their half, they were still able to keep the drive going, and they do finish in the end zone. So we have ourselves a ball game.
Extra point is up, and it is good. And so with 5:48 remaining in the half, the Rough Riders get on the board. They trail 13-7. You are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes, 6 seconds.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Combine internet, telephone, and cable, and what do you get? Big savings. That's right. With TSC's bundling package, Emerge, you can combine your high-speed internet, telephone, and cable and save lots of money. Watch the convenience emerge, watch the great service emerge, and watch your savings emerge. So call today and bundle all of your services with the local company you know and trust, TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
As Fitzgerald's going to be kicking tonight.
13-7. Redskins with the lead. They will receive the kick after the impressive touchdown drive by the Rough Riders. 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes and 6 seconds, capped by a 7-yard touchdown run by Trent Whale and a 14-point swing for the Rough Riders after they recovered that fumble. Short kick, and it's fielded by Schmergy, who takes it up to the 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Redskins. Isaac Fitzgerald was the kicker there. He's also taking the snaps tonight.
So we'll see if the Redskin offense can answer that last drive by the Rough Riders.
That was a typical old-fashioned St. Mary's offense. 9 plays, 80 yards. Taking some time up.
Here's the handoff to Metz. He goes to the right side. He's stopped close to the line of scrimmage. He picks up 2 up to the 45-yard line.
I would say after that turnover, the Roughriders felt like they gained the momentum and took that momentum all the way down the field. We'll see if that continues for the Roughrider defense, who's had some issues stopping the Redskins tonight. But with that turnover last series, it definitely has changed the face of the game.
Well, they're an 0-7 team, Mike, but they've lost some close games. They're one of those teams that you don't want to let them hang around and get the chance to think that they can win the game.
Absolutely. I mean, they can be definitely dangerous. And then flying in there to make the tackle was number 78, Andrew Cook. He's another, I believe, junior. Or actually, he's a senior this year. In there to make a stop after a very short gain.
So a 3rd down and 8 coming up. Redskins on the night 0 for 1 on 3rd down. Handoff Martin. He goes to the left. Now cuts it back to the near side of the field. He's tripped up and he'll go down very close to the 1st down. It looks like he'll have it at the 46.
And that may have been a touchdown saving tackle by Adam Brown, because if not, he was probably going from hash to numbers and down the sidelines and would have been a foot race.
A nice cutback by Logan Martin really opened up that play.
New set of downs for the Redskins.
Here's Schmergy, left side. He picks up positive yards across the 45 to the 44. That's a backbreaker there for a defense that came in and made 2 really strong plays back-to-back there to force that 3rd down and long. And Coach Fry obviously doesn't like to be in those 3rd down and long situations, but
absolutely not.
Nice burst by Martin there, gets him the 1st down.
But 2nd and 8 is something the St. Mary's coaches have to like.
Posada wide to the left. And Huffman is back to pass. He has time. Fires it down the center of the field. Got Metz, and he's got a touchdown. That was a well-thrown ball by backup quarterback Aaron Huffman. And Keaton Metz, who's had a fantastic night last week, adding to it here tonight.
Yeah, he definitely hit him in stride. He didn't have to slow down. I don't know if the defender for the Roughriders got his nose into the backfield, but there was definitely some separation between him and the Roughrider defender.
Well, the Redskin offense answers right back following that Roughrider drive on a 44-yard touchdown pass, Aaron Huffman to Keaton Metz. And now the Redskins will go for 2. Handoff to Metz. He finds the corner, bulls his way into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So 3:36 left in this half, and the Redskins right back at it. They lead 21-7, and you are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
3:36 to go in the half. The Redskins 21.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
3:36 left in our half. And the Redskins, after an 80-yard drive by the Roughriders, answer right back with a 57-yard drive of their own. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Now up across midfield. He finds more room to the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Nice return there by Jared Nouse.
That's definitely another spark that the Riders needed. They're going to get a short field with only 3:25 left in the half to see if they can take it 43 yards and get in the end zone.
There you see Nouse coming right at you. And finally brought down there after a 50-yard return. And now they've injured Roughrider back there near the 23-yard line. So we'll take a timeout while they attend to the injured player. That's the freshman Eric Spicer. And we'll hope that he's all right. 3:25 remaining in the half. And the Redskins leading it 21-7 here at Harmon Field. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
This is man's greatest invention, the whole house DVR from TSC. You'll never miss a second of your favorite program again because you can pause a show in one room and play it back in another, even while you're recording it. You watch different shows at the same time and pause, fast forward, and rewind from any set. You can even pause live TV. Man's greatest invention, the whole house DVR from TSC. Just maybe not woman's greatest invention.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Well, you can see they have Eric Spicer standing up, and we'll hope that he's okay as he's talking things over with the official and training staff there. Gives us a chance to talk about upcoming events on Game Face Ohio. And that includes our mixed martial arts event that's coming up November 16th. That's the Iron Circle. Our stat guy, AJ, was showing me some of his mixed martial arts abilities earlier this season. They give me a forearm shiver. There you see the information as far as ticket sales. It'll be at the Lima Civic Center, and we'll have that for you on Game Face Ohio. Fitzgerald back to pass as we go back to live action. He lobs it over to the right side. It's tipped, but then caught by Obering up to the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty, but as long as it ends up with the reception and some positive yards there, gain of 4. Yes, that's right. Full moon out tonight, so anything's possible.
Well, that qualified as not pretty, but effective. So the ball at the 39-yard line and a 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Roughriders.
That's why you do the tip drill.
Man in motion. Now a handoff to Obering. He is hit as he gets to the 35, and he'll fall. He'll fall right there, a couple yards short of the 1st down.
Solid contact by Smirgy, and stopped him right in his tracks. He wasn't able to get those extra yards after contact to get the 1st down.
That's been the biggest difference I've seen in the way that these two teams run the ball is that yardage after contact that the Redskins are able to tack on.
Yeah, physical-wise, right now you'd have to maybe give the nod to the Redskins.
Here's the handoff to the left side. Diving forward to the 30-yard line and picking up the 1st down is Trent Whale.
Usually if they can get him going from a fullback position, that usually keeps the defense honest on the outside edges. So if they can run between the tackles, they're definitely going to be able to pop some things outside.
Yeah, they've been limited on what they can do up the middle so far tonight, so we'll see how they approach that from here. 1st down and 10, ball at the Redskin 30-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play and a half. Here's Nouse to the outside. He's going to be tripped up and brought down for a loss back to the 34-yard line.
Again, Smirgy's in on the tackle. He's running sideline to sideline, making nice plays.
And it looks like St. Mary's is going to take a timeout now as they face a 2nd down and 14 with 1:37 left in the half. And what we've seen so far from St. Mary's, not really anything out of the ordinary. Their offense seems to have loosened up a little bit as the game's gone on, especially after that one successful drive that they had. But early on, they seemed really tight and not very creative.
Well, I have to say that one of the biggest things that's improved on since the first quarter was the offensive line for the Roughriders have been able to get onto their blocks and stay on to give the running backs a chance to get across the line of scrimmage, get the yardage.
They face a 2nd down and 14, and they're not the style of offense that is real effective at picking up big chunks of yardage. They have had some success with Obering picking up a few chunks at a time, but
right. And Trent Wells has been fighting for yardage, but has not been as successful as Obringer. Now, if they can get that senior Trent Wells rolling down the field and finish this in the end zone.
Fitzgerald is 4 of 5 passing. And nothing going here for the Roughriders as they're stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So a 3rd down and long coming up.
The 4 for 5 passing is a great percentage, but both offenses here rely on the same thing. They get the running game going, get the defense nosy, and then when they do break out the pass, usually they have somebody running wide open down the field.
Well, he's 4 of 5, but it's only 12 yards total, so 3rd down and 14 now. Fitzgerald with time rolls out to the right, still looking downfield, finding no one. He will fire it out of bounds, and a 4th down coming up.
I would think with 53 seconds left, I would assume that the coaching staff may attempt to go for this, even though it is 4th and 14. That's
the Roughriders will get the ball to start the second half, so
I believe they're still carrying 1 timeout left. So if they get that 1st down here, whether it's still in bounds or not, they can get the clock stopped and get some more plays to get into the end zone.
They spread it out here on 4th down and 14. 4 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right. And a flag comes down.
I saw someone move down here at the bottom of the field. One of the wideouts. It's a different formation. They're lining some offensive linemen out wide. Well, it's not a true lonesome polecat. It may be a false start.
Not what they were hoping for there on a 4th and 14. As they go 5 yards in the wrong direction.
Substitutions made. Looks like they may line up and get this punted down the field, try to pin the Redskins deep, and see what they can do with about 51 seconds left on the clock before halftime.
Yep, Czar will back up to kick it away on a 4th and 19. Good snap. He gets the foot into it. It'll hit and roll into the end zone, so the Redskins will take it at the 20-yard line with just 44 seconds left in the half. Redskins on top by a score of 21-7. And they've really had some chances to put this game away, but the Roughriders just won't go away that easily.
Well, after commenting how well the Redskins have been doing all year with the turnovers, being plus 17 on the year, the 1 turnover down in the end zone has really kept the game closer than what it's looked like on paper.
Schmergy with the carry there, and he'll pick up 3.
I can see Coach Fry maybe just handing the ball off here a few times and getting the game into halftime, get the boys back in the locker room and get ready for a second half.
Huffman will bring him to the line. Just 18 seconds left in the half, and Metz to the near side of the field gets a block. He has room to the 40, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and he'll go down to the 47-yard line with just 10 seconds remaining. Well, Keaton Metz has put together another nice night running the ball.
He's got good vision of the field. he gets around the edge there and finds the gap and shows a nice little burst of speed there at the end.
You see Metz go for 23 yards. Now 10 carries at 87 yards on the night for Metz. That complements Schmerge's 139 yards of rushing already tonight.
So 200 yards of offense on the ground in just the first half.
Right.
I know Coach Fry, his goal is to get that 300 yards every game. They're definitely well on their way.
Well, and you tack on the 44-yard touchdown reception by Metz. And the Redskins are at 295 yards of total offense so far in the half.
So
and there's still 10 seconds left.
Still 10 seconds left. And only down by 2 scores, so the Roughriders should be counting their blessings there. It could have been, like I said, 28-7 right now. Let's see what Coach Fry calls up. See if he dials up a pass going deep here.
He's got Metz lined up wide to the left.
Shotgun formation.
Hoffman will lob it out to the left side. He was looking for Schmerge, and it'll fall incomplete with 3 seconds remaining.
Number 50, Matt Alexander, was on coverage there. Good thing he was there, because if not, there wouldn't have been anybody within 15 yards of the Redskin receiver.
Well, they seem to have faith in Huffman throwing the ball. They don't do a lot of passing anyway, but they haven't. It doesn't look like they've gone away from it completely tonight.
No, I think they still have confidence in this young quarterback.
He's back to throw again. He fires this one down the near side of the field, and it will fall incomplete. As good coverage by the Roughriders. And a flag comes down near the 23-yard line. We'll see what that's about.
That was away from the play there. I didn't see if there was anybody pushing on each other or not.
Cameron Locke was the intended receiver on that last pass. He was under coverage by Logan Mays, I believe. We'll see what the call is from the official. So it was defensive pass interference against the Roughriders. And the Redskins will get one more shot with no time on the clock.
Got some free yards there that gets them to the 39-yard line. We'll see if Coach Fry tries to get it to the end zone one more time.
Huffman has dropped back to pass in the last 2 plays. He lines up in the shotgun here. Metz wide to the near side. They lob it out to him. And he fires it down the near side looking for Martin, who can't make the catch.
It was an inadvertent whistle, it sounded like.
Well, we'll see what that ball skipped over to Metz in the backfield, and I think one of the officials may have blown the play dead at that point.
Yeah, Coach Fry's been known to have that bounce pass in his playbook. As long as it's behind the line of scrimmage and going backwards, that receiver can pick it up and do the double pass.
Boy, the Roughriders got to think, we just got to get off the field.
Right, get into halftime, get to the adjustments.
So they'll play this one again. Here you see that pass. Skips off the turf up to Metz.
It's one of those old trickery plays.
Huffman is back to pass again. Long drop. Lobs it left side to Schmerge. Schmerge with some blockers. He will bring it back to the near side of the field, and he'll go down across the 30 at the 28-yard line. And if you're St. Mary's, you're just glad this half is over. We go to the break with the Redskins on top by a score of 21-7. You are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
High-speed internet.
TSC offers 5 high-speed internet packages, and we have one that's just right for you, no matter how much or how little you use the internet.
24/7 free local technical support, and if you require a service call, You'll be pleased to know that we keep our appointments.
Bundle your high-speed internet with your phone and cable and save big money with our Emerge plan.
Ask about high-speed internet from TSC today.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Time here at Harmon Field, and you've been taking a look at some of the scenes here from the final home game of the 2013 season. I'm Dan Hirn along with Mike Reams, and Mike, the first half, the Redskins got off to a good start. They got the first 13 points in this game. Then there was a turnover in the end zone that led to points eventually for the for the Roughriders as they went after that fumble, 9 plays, 80 yards, and got into the end zone. The Redskins able to answer right back with a 44-yard touchdown pass from Huffman to Metz, but the Roughriders have done some things, positive things in the first half, just not enough of them in a row to make it closer than it is.
Yeah, it's a credit to the Roughriders. If you, as you watch the highlights from the first half, you know, it's kind of where, if you look on paper, like I said, the Roughriders coming in winless, and the Redskins coming in the driver's seats in Division III, Region 10. They're actually ranked first in the region, so it does look like two seasons are going in the opposite direction. But the Roughriders have improved much in the last few weeks, and if they stick around long enough, they could be dangerous. But if they get a quick score, since they do get the ball back this second half right away, they can get a score and make it a ball game. It should be a good contest the rest of the night.
There you saw Zach Schmerge on a 64-yard touchdown run. That was a two-play, 70-yard touchdown drive, just 42 seconds off the clock. And Schmerge has put together a stellar evening for himself with well over 100 yards rushing in the first half. So, and Keaton Metz also with a good night. Schmerge with one touchdown, that 64-yard touchdown run. Aaron Huffman, the backup quarterback, playing because of the injured thumb of Cody Morgan. He has a touchdown run as he plunged in from a yard out. And Aaron Huffman also with a 44-yard touchdown pass that you're going to see right here as he connected with Metz on that big play. And Keaton Metz has really developed into quite a playmaker for the Redskins, especially over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, if you've watched the Redskins at all this year, even from the very get-go when they were scrimmaging in Minster before the season even started, you knew Schmerge was definitely going to be a big part of this offense, and then they've been able to complement him with several other backs and offensive weapons, and they're definitely putting in a lot of yards tonight.
So let's go ahead and take a look at our first half statistics as we have them here at the break. As we looked at the highlights there, you see the band filing off the field. Another good performance for them tonight. And the numbers that we kind of expected, although what we don't see there is the turnover for the Redskins. They did have one turnover in that first half. And that was the big fumble in the end zone that led to the one score for the Roughriders. They've been efficient passing, just not real effective. They haven't racked up a lot of yards, the Roughriders haven't.
If you look at the time of possession, you'd think it'd be a little more swayed by the score, but the Redskins have been able to hit some of those scoring drives fairly quickly, and but definitely both teams do want to control the clock.
Well, we expect more of the same in the second half as the Redskins and the Roughriders will finish this one out. Final home game at Harmon Field here tonight, and at the break, it's the Redskins 21 and the Roughriders 7. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just call on TSC. Part of your community. TSC. It's as easy as it can be.
Telephone, TV, internet too. We make it all so easy for you. Locally owned, fast service and more. We've got what you're looking for.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home building and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
Back here at Harmon Field for the start of the second half. Redskins with a 21-7 lead, and they will kick off to the Roughriders, who would like to help themselves by putting together a good possession to start this second half. I'm Dan Hirn along with Mike Reams, and a good contest so far in this WBL matchup. Redskins trying to win out the season, including tonight. Their last three opponents, St. Mary's, Van Wert, and Shawnee, are combined 2-19 on the season. So the road seems paved in the Redskin favor for them to do that. And the kick muffed by Obering. He'll bring it back across the 15, and he's stuffed at the 18-yard line. So that's where the Roughriders will start their first possession of the second half.
Green grass in front of them to get down to the end zone, but they definitely want to get the momentum early in the second half and try to get this 21-7 deficit closed down a little bit.
Well, this Rough Rider offense has shown sparks throughout the night, but they have mixed in penalties and botched plays in between that have really cost them offensively.
We see what the be interesting to see what the St. Mary's offensive coaches decide to open up with here.
Obering will take the handoff off the right side across the 20 to the 23-yard line, a gain of about 5 on first down.
He's definitely been the one that's been taking the ball tonight for the Rough Riders. At 5'10", 190 pounds, the junior is probably going to feel some soreness in the morning after getting hit by this big Redskin defensive line.
Well, we talked before the game, and usually after these kind of rivalry games, you expect that a little bit.
Well, I know both these head coaches personally, and they definitely preach the toughness in their kids, and they want to be known as the hardest hitting team in the league.
Not much there on the second down carry for Slife.
Yeah, Slife is either found some daylight or is definitely closed down quick on him all night long. So he's another one of those that they've been trying to get in the offensive mix here in the last few weeks.
Well, Shane line in on the tackle there to end that trip for Slife, and it brings up a 3rd down and 4.
Look at that walk-off defensive front line there with Stauffer and Miller and Crawford and Shane line. They definitely have some all-league players in that bunch.
Short gain up to the 25-yard line will bring up a 4th down for the Rough Riders after the carry by Whale.
And not much there for the senior. It's going to put in a 4th and short. And with their field position here, I would expect to see the punt units coming on the field right now, and Quinn Czar will be dropping back again to try to get the field position.
So not a promising start to the second half for the Roughriders offensively, as they are forced to kick it away early.
I wouldn't think Coach Fry and the offense, the Redskins, will be doing much differently here in the second half as far as with the lead and the running game that they do have. I can see them definitely wanting to just control the clock and keep that moving.
Metz will field it, and he'll move back up toward midfield. He's tripped up by Becker, and he'll go down right at the midfield stripe. So that's where the Redskins and their offense will come back out onto the field.
St. Mary's defense is going to get themselves lined up and see what the Redskins are going to bring at them.
Huffman with the handoff to Metz. He goes off the right side, and he'll get down to the 46-yard line. They'll make it the 47, so a 3-yard pickup for Metz on first down.
A lot of yellow helmets in there on the tackle for that for the Roughriders. Brings up a 2nd and about 7.
For Metz, now 11 carries, 90 yards on the evening. Here's Schmergy, left side, gets up to the 45 and close to the 44-yard line, a couple yards on that carry.
Again, this sophomore quarterback stepping in for the injured Cody Morgan has done an excellent job managing this game. He's getting the offense up to line of scrimmage quickly. He's just, so far, I can't say he's really put his offense in a bad position.
Huffman under center, pitch to Schmergy, he goes to the left. Trying to find a corner, he's tripped up, and he'll fall a yard short of the first down at the 41-yard line.
Trent Slife was able to slide off his blocker and just get a shoestring tackle on the ball carrier and keep him from getting the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th and short, and I would assume being in the Rough Rider territory that Coach Fry is going to go ahead and try to get this first down.
Redskins are 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight, and 1 of 4 on 3rd down, so.
Yeah, a little bit different than from previous weeks where they've been able to convert.
4th and 1. Huffman will hand off left side. Schmergy will pick up that first down to the 38-yard line. And another situation there where the Rough Riders put themselves in a position to get this offense off the field, but not able to complete the deal.
And getting their backs up against the wall once again, we're going to hopefully, they're hoping right now for a big play from the defense, maybe a possible another turnover or some more tackles for loss to keep the Redskins out of the end zone.
Huffman brings him to the line of scrimmage. He will hand it off to Metz. Metz goes to the right side. He lowers the shoulder and moves up to the 32-yard line. Metz has played a physical game tonight.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with him. He's not the biggest, back there, especially standing next to Schmergy, but he definitely runs as a big back, and he's definitely got some speed to go with it.
Yeah, he gives up about 40 pounds to Schmergy. Huffman brings him to the line. Handoff Schmergy up the middle. He picks up a yard maybe on 2nd down, so a 3rd down coming up.
Good stop by the Rough Riders there. Got him tripped up in the pile.
And Brandon Coffey with a stop for the Rough Riders.
Stopped him for no gain there. Posada checks into the huddle as Huffman brings the play in from the sideline.
Line up in a regular wing T formation.
3rd down and 4, and Huffman back to pass. He fires it to the left side, and it is caught by Metz at the 5. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. That ball looked like it was thrown a little bit behind him, maybe a lot behind him, but Metz made a nice adjustment to get back to that ball and got into the end zone.
I think they call that the back shoulder throw, but pass, but that was definitely well behind him. He made an excellent adjustment to get there. And if you watch here on the replay, the St. Mary's defender just was not able to adjust the way he was able to, and that's going to give him a 32-yard reception for a touchdown.
Heidgardner's extra point is up, and it is good. And so the Redskins bring their offense back to life here in this second half. They lead it 28-7, and you are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Combine internet, telephone, and cable, and what do you get? Big savings. That's right. With TSC's bundling package, Emerge, you can combine your high-speed internet, telephone, and cable and save lots of money. Watch the convenience emerge, watch the great service emerge, and watch your savings emerge. So call today and bundle all of your services with the local company you know and trust, TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
32 yards on the connection from Huffman to Metz. And he completed a 7-play, 50-yard drive, 3 minutes, 11 seconds for the time of possession on the last Redskin drive, and it pushes their lead out to 21.
Definitely not to start the Roughriders one for the second half, but they're going to get the ball here and see if they can't do something with it.
It'll be fielded by Naus inside the 5-yard line, up across the 15. He bowls his way across the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Looks like he's met by a host of Redskins there. It looks like number 35, Shane Line, as well as maybe number 68. That will be Casey Stauffer.
Well, the Roughriders offense went 3 and out on their first possession of this second half. That gave way to that touchdown drive by the Redskins. Here's the handoff, Obringer to the right side to the 25-yard line. Gain of a couple on first down.
With the Roughriders style of offense, it's not something you definitely want to fall behind too far, because they're not known for their quick striking or their passing ability to get down the field and close this gap.
Well, for the Roughriders, just putting together a couple of positive drives in a row would be encouraging. Fitzgerald under center. Obringer in motion. He fakes the handoff to him. His pass is batted down by Henderson in the backfield. Incomplete.
Flag comes in late there, away from the action. I don't know if somebody got a little chirpy and the referee didn't like something that was said.
I see Zach Spergy over there talking to the officials. We'll see what the flag's about. Looks like Coach Fry's not very happy.
He's out by the numbers right now, letting the referee knows what he's feeling.
And the personal foul is going to go against the Redskins, so that's going to give the Roughriders some much-needed yardage.
Those self-inflicted wounds is something that Coach Fry won't put up with, as well as, well, really any coach wouldn't want to see any self-inflicted wounds by their players.
Right.
Costly penalties.
That pushes them all the way out to the 40-yard line and gives the Roughriders a first down.
There's some breathing room for the Roughriders. Hopefully they can, I'm sure their staff is thinking right now that they need to keep the ball going and get down the field.
And as well as this Redskin defense is played, you still don't want to give up that kind of yards for free. Obringer to the right side. He will be knocked forward to the 45-yard line, so a gain of 5 on first down.
Dan, you make a good point. I think that right now the Roughriders would like to see some consistency as far as getting some positive plays, getting some more, some good drives going in, so they got something they can build off of the rest of tonight as well as for the rest of the season.
Yeah, this Roughriders team has not won since week 9 of 2011. So they're hungry. Slife to the near side, across midfield, and he'll be knocked out of bounds as he gets to the 47. So first down there.
Positive play. Yeah, you mentioned, you know, the slump that the Roughriders are in right now. That's definitely not something that they're accustomed to with their rich tradition. And, you know, on the opposite side of that, the Redskins have had several successful seasons here back-to-back.
Well, you don't want to be playing against Coach Fry in this rivalry game because he's got a very good record in this particular contest. There's Obering to the right side. He will lunge forward across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. When Coach Fry was with St. Mary's, he was 9-2 against Wapak. Since he's been here at Wapak, he's 3-0 against St. Mary's. So if you're on the other side of the field of him,
12-2 in the rivalry game between these two schools, and it was kind of a shock to see him go down the road and take the head job here at Wapak. But he's definitely got them on the winning track, and another good season this year.
Obringer to the right side. He's going to pick up the first down and more down to the 30-yard line. He needed 6 for the first down, and he gets about 12.
He popped through that first tackler there and got some nice yards afterwards before the Wapak defense was able to wrangle him down to the ground.
So the first down to the 31-yard line. Obringer winds up wide to the near side. Nope, excuse me, that's not Obringer. Handoff goes up the right, off the right. That was Swanson out wide to the near side. Obringer with the carry.
Back-to-back running plays for Obringer. He was able to pop a 12-yard run, and this last one, they was able to snuff that out fairly quickly for no gain.
So a second down and 10 coming up now. Fitzgerald under center. He'll hand it off to Obringer, who looks for the right corner. He's able to get away from one man, but not much there as he got stuffed, and the Redskin defense strings that play out pretty well to the right side.
Bring up a 3rd and long situation. The Roughriders are trying to run an unbalanced formation to try to get the edge so they can get that outside running game going with Obringer. Let's look to see on 3rd and 9 what the St. Mary's staff is going to dial up here. They're going to split some people out wide, maybe get down the field.
Neither team has done real well on 3rd down, but the Roughriders are 2 of 8, and not much there on that 3rd down carry to the 29-yard line for Whale. So a 4th and long coming up now. We'll see what the Roughriders decide to do.
Actually, they 10th play of the drive. I think that last one was actually a cue keeper by Fitzgerald. He faked the handoff to Whale. He faked the handoff, but he didn't fake out the Redskin defense.
Much easier to fool me. Here's the handoff to Slife. He will bring it around the near side, but he's going to be stopped well short of the first down as he goes down around the 26-yard line. And the Redskin defense backed up, but they stopped the Rough Rider offense before any damage can be done.
I haven't been able to make the comparison as far as how many players are going both ways for these teams tonight. You see a lot of the same numbers on both sides of the ball. Just a handful, actually, for both teams. It's definitely going to be seeing who can last through the 4th quarter here with some of their key players on the field all night long.
We're closing in on that 4th quarter. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Huffman under center. He will hand it off. It is Metz to the near side, bounces off a couple of guys and dives forward to the 39-yard line. Well, Keaton Metz has really put together a nice performance tonight.
He's kind of a slippery runner there. I mean, he's got 2 or 3 guys sliding off of him, and he was able to get through some tackles there and get a positive 12-yard gain.
With that 12 yards, he's over 100 yards on the night, 13 carries for 108 yards for Metz. Here is Schmergy off the left side. He's going to get up close to the 44-yard line. He's got over 100 yards rushing already tonight. He's also got a rushing touchdown to go with it. Metz has run for over 100 yards, and he's hauled in 76 yards through the air, along with a couple of touchdown grabs. A minute and a half left, third quarter. Handoff, Martin. He will go to the left side as a flag comes down. He's going to go out of bounds near the stick over there. We'll see what the flag's about.
Yeah, I believe he was rode down by number 15, Adam Brown, on the tackle there for the St. Mary's. Looks like they marked the ball about a yard short from the first down. We'll have to find out what the flag is for.
See what the officials have to say here. It looks like it's going to be holding against the Redskins, so that's going to negate that run by Martin.
Coach Fry's teams are not typically known for penalties. That's really not something he's going to, well, something his players aren't going to want to watch on the film.
Yeah, you hate being in that room, don't you?
Yep.
35-yard line now as they mark off that holding penalty. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 for the Skins.
Huffman's in shotgun.
Hands it off, Martin going left side. He's going to get back close to the original line of scrimmage as he picks up positive yards to the 38-yard line. So 3rd down and 11 coming up. Just a minute left to play, third quarter. This game has ticked off the clock pretty quickly because of all the running that these two teams do.
Walpock's able to show you several different formations, whether it's under center or out of the gun.
And with Huffman in the gun, Metz is wide to the near side. They lob it over here. Flag comes down as Metz goes back to that ball. He's going to race to the opposite side of the field and get into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight.
There is a flag on the field, though, you know, whether it's offensive or defensive interference, perhaps. There was some definitely pushing and shoving, but a little stop-and-go pattern, and, you know, the receiver, Metz, was just able to go right on by.
Here we get another look as Metz does another great job of coming back to that ball. He has really helped out his quarterback on a couple of those touchdown receptions.
Again, that's been a...
It looked like it was pass interference against St. Mary's was the call, so they'll wave that one off. And Keaton Metz has hauled in his 3rd touchdown reception tonight.
That's going to make it 34-7. See if we can tack on the extra point here. With the Roughriders defense is once again let a pass go over their head. 62 yards is the official count on that touchdown pass. And on the other side of it, sophomore Aaron Huffman is starting to put together a fairly good passing game.
Huffman will be out there to hold for the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 33 seconds left, third quarter, and the Redskins have opened up the lead 35-7. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Redskins put a cap on a pretty good third quarter with 33 seconds left. A 62-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Huffman to Keaton Metz. A 4-play, 73-yard drive as Heingardner puts the foot into it. He will back up Naus, who lets this one hit and go out of bounds for the touchback.
The Redskins are definitely rolling right now, and on the other side of the coin, the wheels on the wagon for St. Mary's has definitely gotten wobbly, and they may have coming off. At 35-7, with only a quarter left of action tonight, may be too big for the Roughriders to overcome.
Now the Redskins have definitely done a good job of avoiding big mistakes. They've allowed the Roughriders to put together one really good drive, and other than that, they've been able to kind of hold down this Roughrider offense and not let them get back into the game.
And the Roughriders are coming off a very good performance last week against Defiance, where they were able to put up 300 yards of offense, and hoping to carry that momentum into tonight's matchup. But the firepower of the Redskin offense with big playability has definitely struck several times.
Roughriders offense back out there. Fitzgerald under center, and hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss is Whale. And I believe that was Shane Line that got in there to knock him down.
You are correct. That was a hello, how you doing? Meet you right in the hole right there. There's definitely some good football players on the field tonight for both teams. And there are definitely going to be some sore bodies in the morning. And that's what you expect out of a rivalry game like the St. Mary's Wapak has always been known for.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter. When we come back for the final frame, it's the Redskins on top of St. Mary's by a score of 35-7, and you are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
This is man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. You'll never miss a second of your favorite program again because you can pause a show in one room and play it back in another, even while you're recording it. You watch different shows at the same time and pause, fast forward, and rewind from any set. You can even pause live TV. Man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. Just maybe not woman's greatest invention.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter at Harmon Field. And the Roughriders with the ball, but they have a big deficit to climb out of. They trail 35-7. They put Slife in motion, and the handoff goes off the left side. And I believe that was Whale with the carry. Not a whole lot there, and a third down and long coming up.
Casey Stauffer was in on the tackle on that, as well as I believe Shane Line again, who we've mentioned several times tonight. Again, that is a very physical front four for Wapakoneta.
This will be play number 43 for the St. Mary's offense. There'll be flags down before it comes off. Only 42 total yards of offense on those 42 plays. That's not the average you're looking for. Excuse me, 46 yards of total offense. I slided them a few yards there. So with the penalty, it's third down at 14 coming up now.
Yeah, if they could get this drive down the field, give them something to build off of, that's got to be what they're thinking right now. Keep these guys fired up and ready to go.
Man in motion. And the handoff goes to Whale up the middle again. Not a lot there. And there really hasn't been a lot there for them all night up the middle of the field. So 4th down coming up in another punt situation for the Riders.
The Wapak returns will be back around midfield. They should get an excellent starting position again to start their next drive.
Czar will stand at his own 4-yard line to put the foot into this one. Good snap. Gets the foot into a pretty good kick. It will hit near midfield and skip out of bounds at the Redskin 49-yard line. So, as you mentioned, great starting field position for Wapak again.
Able to bounce out of bounds and no return on that. You know, the Roughrider defense is going to have to come out and answer the call. They've failed several times tonight, so they're going to have to do something here to get the ball back into their offensive hands.
And as much as the Riders offense has struggled, the Redskin offense has been clicking tonight. 44 plays, 376 yards of total offense. Here's Martin to the near side of the field, trying to find the corner. He does across midfield to the 48-yard line on the opposite side as he goes out of bounds.
Again, being dragged down by number 15, Adam Brown, and then to help out a little bit was number 22, Jared Niles. And yeah, they've been able to pick up yardage a little at a time and big hunks at a time. So basically, they're going to probably be able to go through their entire playbook tonight and see what they like and what they don't like.
Posada wide to the right. Huffman under center. Back to pass. Looking toward Posada, fires it down the right side, and he overthrows him. Ball landed at the 10-yard line. Unfortunately for the Redskins, Posada was at the 15.
He had a step on the defender there. It was a decent coverage by number 3, Logan Mays, but like I said, the ball was uncatchable. But if it would have been close, it would have been nice to see who came down with that one.
For Huffman on the night, 4 of 7, 149 yards passing. And he has 3 touchdown passes.
You get those long touchdown passes, that really adds up the yardage for you.
Back to pass again. Fires out to the right side. It's caught. And he'll have the first down over on the far side of the field. That's Quinn Lockridge with the reception.
Nice little pitch and catch right there by the sophomore again. Moves the chains. Gets that ball on the 40-yard line.
First reception tonight for Lockridge.
You know, he's able to have some long pass completions here and some touchdowns. But a lot of the credit goes to that offensive line because he has not really been pressured.
Right. He's back to pass again. Rolls out to the near side of the field. Now he tucks it. He's going to run it out. And he'll go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. He'll be up close to another first down.
Again, a situation there where he was able to drop back, take a picture of the field, didn't see anybody open, tucks it and runs, but had no pressure really until Adam Brown came up to make the force out.
So Huffman will bring the play in from the sideline. A 2nd down and 3 coming up. 3 backs behind him. And it will be Cockrell taking it up the middle, close to the 30-yard line.
Big pile up there with a bunch of white jerseys rolling off. They're going to try to do everything they can to pull that ball out to try to get a turnover to get their offense back on the field.
Jared Cockrell, a sophomore, 5'11", 150. And he came up just short of the first down. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down a few inches. So they're just going to dig in and try to slam this one home and get that first down.
And Huffman will keep it himself. He'll go forward to the 27, 28-yard line. It'll be another first down for the Redskins. And Huffman has toted the ball himself a few times tonight. He has a touchdown running it. Posada comes in with the sideline from the play.
New set of downs.
First and 10 for the Redskins. Huffman rolls out to the right. Lobs it to the right side. It's caught. And being spun out of bounds after making the catch is Martin.
Brought down by Logan Hayes.
He'll go out of bounds near the 24-yard line.
Huffman had to get himself up off the ground that time. He did get a little bit of pressure from defensive end, number 26, Trent Whale. One of the first times he's actually been on the ground tonight.
John Eaton checking into the ball game along with Quinn Lottridge.
We're starting to see some different numbers out there on the field, trying to get some extra players, some experience.
Well, we know Lottridge can catch the ball. He's got 5 interceptions on the year. They fire it over toward him, but it comes up well short, as Huffman got a little bit of pressure that time.
Brown with the coverage for the Riders. 3rd down.
The 3 quarters in the books tonight. Now is an opportunity with a 28-point lead to maybe try some things in your playbook, maybe get a few players out there on the field. And, you know, if they're expecting to make a playoff run, it proves to be a long season, so you want to get all your players experience as possible, just in case of injuries or anything like that. So you have somebody in the shadows ready to step in and make something happen.
Right. Cody Morgan is week to week, so this experience that Huffman gets tonight will be valuable. He rolls out to the near side, fires it to the right, and it's nearly intercepted by Naus, but not quite. Couldn't hold on to it.
I believe that would have been number 6 for Jared Naus this year. I know he's one of the league leaders in INTs. He's been very successful back there from his safety position, as well as been able to be the spark for some big plays for the Roughriders on the offensive side.
Yeah, he's got 5 picks this year. Just couldn't hold on to that one as he hit the ground. Posada will come back into the game. And Huffman brings the play in. It's a 4th down and 7 coming up for the Redskins. Huffman back to pass, getting some pressure. He escapes to the near side, and he's going to go down well short of the 1st down. And the Rough Riders defense able to put up a stop.
Yeah, after a few incompletions there, and then Huffman trying to keep it there to find the 1st down himself, was unable to do that, and that stops the Redskins dead in their tracks and gets the Rough Rider offense back out there to see what they can do.
7:39 left in this one. And the Redskins definitely took some time off the clock with that possession. Fitzgerald is under center. And he lost the ball. It's loose on the ground. We'll see if the Redskins, it looks like maybe they have recovered it over here on the near side. And they have.
They're pointing. Yep, a red jersey comes up with the ball. I didn't see what number that was.
I think it was Steinke. Let's take another look at it. Loose on the exchange. And I believe that was big number 33.
That's right.
And that's Nick Steinke.
All 6'3", 185-pound junior jumps on that, pulls it out of the bottom of the pile. Didn't look like Fitzgerald even had the handle on it from center.
So the Redskin offense gets a quick breather on the sideline, and they're right back out there. Here's a run to the right side. And inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line is Cameron Locke. His first carry of the night. And it's a good one.
Yeah, Cameron showed a little bit of extra speed there. Not real big back there, 5'8", 165 pounds. But he turned that corner and was able to get down, gain some ground on it. And he's wrapped up down around the 5-6 yard line.
So 1st down and goal for the Redskins. Handoff left side. Cockrell down to the 1-yard line. So the Redskins able to give their starting backs a breather here the rest of the night.
They are definitely knocking on the door once again, and they've been down here before. You know, as the staff is probably wanting to see their younger offensive players get into the end zone, and the defensive coaches from St. Mary's probably looking for a big defensive stand here to see what their kids are made of, and want to make sure that no one's going to. Oh, some movement there.
Yeah, motion on the line there on the right side on a 2nd down and goal from the 1. And that's going to back the Redskins up a little bit.
Full start. 55, red.
So that pushes them back outside of the 5-yard line now. It'll be 2nd down and goal. 6 penalties on the Redskins here tonight for 81 yards.
As mentioned before, that's probably something that's definitely going to be addressed in the film session this week.
Handoff. Locke looking for the corner. He will find it. End zone touchdown.
And Locke was able to get the angle and saw the corner of the end zone there and ran straight to the pylon and was able to get in for the touchdown. That puts us up at 41-7, and it's definitely a nice cushion to have with only 6:23 left in the fourth quarter. Redskins,
go ahead, Mike.
Redskins been able to get the offense down the field all night, and so far there's been no answers from the Roughriders.
So Cameron Locke with a 6-yard touchdown run. Heingardner out there to attempt the extra point. This one is up, and it's good. 6:23 left in our game, and the Redskins with a dominant performance here tonight, 42-7 over the Roughriders. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
High-speed internet.
TSC offers 5 high-speed internet packages, and we have one that's just right for you, no matter how much or how little you use the internet.
24/7 free local technical support, and if you require a service call, you'll be pleased to know that we keep our appointments.
Bundle your high-speed internet with your phone and cable and save big money with our Emerge plan.
Ask about high-speed internet from TSC today.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Well, the Redskins put together another scoring drive. 3 plays, 28 yards, a minute 10 seconds. Cameron Locke with a 6-yard touchdown run. That one set up by the fumbled exchange between the center and the quarterback for St. Mary's after their defense had just forced a turnover on downs leading up to that play. But that's the kind of things that lead to an 0-7 season.
Yep, those little things definitely add up and make a big difference. So with only 6:23 left in the ball game, it's still probably a little bit too early just to tell them to load up the bus, but it does not look favorable for the Roughriders as far as getting their first W tonight.
Obringer with the return out to the 21-yard line, so the Rough Rider offense will come back out onto the field.
Looks like there's been some substitutions made out there, getting some of the younger players in to get their experience going. And a situation like this is definitely good for some of the younger guys to get out there underneath the lights.
Fitzgerald's still out there at the quarterback spot. And a bit of a delay before the start of this play. And here's the handoff to Slife. He's going to be stacked up in the backfield. A loss of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, he was barely able to get the handoff there before he was met by several Redskins there in his very own backfield.
Well, next week we'll be over in Van Wert as the Cougars hosting this Redskin team. The Cougars 0-7 coming into play tonight. And then a final game of the regular season will be on the 1st of November over at Shawnee. And here's the handoff to Obringer. He comes over to the near side. He's across the 30, And he'll spin down across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Indians coming into tonight are 2-5. We also have the Wapakoneta Halloween Parade. That's coming up on Thursday. And we'll be here to record that for broadcast later on Game Face Ohio and on TSC. It'll be available live on Channel 2 here in Wapak. And it'll be also available on the Game Face Ohio channel for the replay later on. So,
a couple of yards there gained. Makes it 2nd and 7.
Slife on that last carry as we move under 5 minutes to play in this one. Fitzgerald back to pass. Gets some pressure. He lobs it out near side. Caught by Slife. He's across the 45. Finds some room to midfield. And he'll be brought down after picking up the first down to the 47-yard line on the Redskins side of the field.
Fitzgerald shows some nice patience there. He's able to get the ball out there to the flat. Number 7 picks it up. Trent Slife breaks a tackle, gets some more yards, and then is swallowed up. But they did get the Rough Rider a first down.
Corey Crawford, the Redskin, that eventually got the tackle there. Slife in motion. The handoff goes to Whale. He goes up the middle of the field to the 40, down to the 39-yard line. So about 9 yards on that carry. Make it 8 yards on that carry.
They've had a few success, a little bit of success up the middle there with Trent Whale tonight. But again, have not been able to put together only one scoring drive.
Yeah, and it was a different team out there for that scoring drive. They have not been able to put that many consecutive positive plays together the rest of the night. Slife running wild on the near side. He goes from one side of the field to the other, to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 11-yard line.
Blockers was able to hook the corner on that. He was able to get down towards the numbers, but then saw some daylight back across the field, cut it across, and was able to rumble down for a 28-yard gain.
Fitzgerald will have him under center. Slife is off to his right. He goes in motion. He'll take the handoff left side, and he's going to get down to the 5-yard line, maybe down to the 4. No, he's still on his feet, down to the 1-yard line.
It looked like he turned into a ping pong ball there at the end and was able to bounce out all the way down there towards, I don't know, 1 or 2 yard lines to see where they mark him at.
And mark it down at the 1. So a late chance for the Rough Riders to get into the end zone for the second time tonight. Fitzgerald under center. Slife in motion, and Fitzgerald will keep it himself, and he'll take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Goes in standing up after the whistle was blown.
Good movement up front by that Rough Rider line.
Yep.
Carry Fitzgerald into the end zone. So
again, the Redskins have made some substitutions up front there, getting these young guys some experience. It does look better on the scoreboard for the Rough Riders, but the game has been out of hand pretty much this entire second half.
Yeah, the Redskins didn't take their foot off the pedal in the second half as they came out. A couple of the long touchdown passes. The Mets extra point is up, and Troglin puts it through. So with 3:07 remaining in our game, the Redskin lead is cut to 42-14. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home building and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just call on TSC. Part of your community. TSC. It's as easy as it can be.
Telephone, TV, internet too. We make it all so easy for you. Locally owned, fast service and more. We've got what you're looking for.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Well, the Roughriders have put together 2 long scoring drives tonight. Their last one, 8 plays, 79 yards, covering 3 minutes and 11 seconds. It's everything that happened in between those drives that has made it a 42-14 score in favor of the Redskins. So the Roughriders will kick it away with 3:07 remaining in this game. And they are going to go to 0-8 on this 2013 campaign.
They'll go into films this week, hopefully being able to pull out some positive things that they can definitely build off of, because, you know, that scoring drive, their first scoring drive definitely showed a sense of urgency from the Roughriders, and if they could bottle that up and do that for 4 quarters, you know, they're going to walk away with a victory eventually.
Well, and unlike that, this last drive, that was against the first team Redskin defense that has really shut them down the rest of the night. Kind of a muffed return there by Miracle, but
yeah,
they wind up with the ball at the 10. Excuse me.
Yeah. Looks like they're spotting at about the 5-yard line, so they're going to have a lot of real estate to cover to get down to the end zone with only 3 minutes left. But again, with some of the younger players in, it looks like St. Mary's has made some substitutions themselves.
And for the Redskins, number 9 out there at the quarterback spot, and I do not have a number 9 on my roster, so that's how deep into this game we are. Cockrell with the carry up to the 10-yard line, and it's disappointing for us not to have that kid's name, because obviously we haven't had a chance to mention him very much this year.
Well, it's good for some of these young JV kids to get in and get their feet wet, because some of them will be stepping up and probably filling some of these seniors' shoes for next season.
Cockrell with his second carry on this possession. He will pick up positive yards, about 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
If they can get this converted, they fresh set of downs, they'll basically be able to run the clock almost all the way out.
Right at the 2-minute mark now. Quarterback keeper. And up to the 19-yard line and a first down.
Definitely not quite the stature of Huffman, but number 9 is doing a good job commanding that offense. That little sneak there, he was able to get some positive yards, get the first down, and move the chains.
Redskins come to the line on a first down and 10. Handoff to Miracle. He goes to the right side. He's got positive yards up across the 25. He'll be run out of bounds as he gets to the 27. And a gain of 8 on the play.
There's a bunch of young Roughriders in there, chased him out of bounds, but not until he gained 8 yards.
So a 2nd down and 2 now. And right up the middle of the field is Cockrell. He's got room across midfield. And he's finally going to be wrestled down as he gets across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Well, they definitely was pulling some good play action there. They pulled guys around the left side, and up the middle comes the ball, and he rumbles for 34 yards after making a couple Roughriders miss, and drags another one there at the end, literally.
Right. Pretty inspired run there by Cockrell. Hand off to Cockrell again. He goes up the middle of the field, inside the 35 to the 34, as we hit the minute mark here in this ball game.
Yeah, young number 77, Jacob Huber, jumps in on for a tackle for the Roughriders on that one.
So the Redskins just trying to wind down this final minute of play here.
I'm sure these young guys would like to finish in the end zone, but at the same time, if that clock runs out.
Nice run down the near sideline and wrestled out of bounds as he gets to the 6-yard line is Dylan Cool.
There was a nice little bit of running there. Plenty of good blocks on that. Was able to get him down the sidelines, and he almost found the end zone.
Here you see that. It's going to run right at you here. Nice run and finally knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. So first and goal from the 8 after a 26-yard run.
Oh.
Off the left side, close to the end zone. There's a touchdown.
Yes, sir. I wish we had that little number 9's name up here. We'd give him some kudos.
Right.
Because he just took that one in from about the 8-yard line. Quarterback sneak.
That comes with just 29 seconds left in the game. He'll stay on to hold, and we have a replacement kicker. That's Alex Gornell in there. His kick is up, and it is good. Just 29 seconds left in this one. 49-14 in favor of the Redskins. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Combine internet, telephone, and cable, and what do you get? Big savings. That's right. With TSC's bundling package, Emerge, you can combine your high-speed internet, telephone, and cable and save lots of money. Watch the convenience emerge, watch the great service emerge, and watch your savings emerge. So call today and bundle all of your services with the local company you know and trust, TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
29 seconds left in this one, and as the rivalry game goes, there's not been a lot of tension in this one. Redskins have been in command from the beginning.
Yeah, they hit the gas pedal early in what we thought was maybe going to be a ball game when the Roughriders were able to close it down to 13-7, I believe it was. But since then, it's been all Redskins.
Kickoff will go out of bounds, so Roughriders will have good field position to work with this last 29 seconds. The Redskins have run up 365 yards on the ground tonight. 9 different Redskins have carried the ball for Wapakoneta.
With that kind of success, it usually equals a W. And if you guys have been watching any kind of football on Sunday evenings, you've been seeing a lot of pink out there. If you look at the stands tonight, there's been a lot of student collection of fans out there all dressed out, decked out in pink. It's been a pink out to support the breast cancer awareness. It's definitely a great thing to see that these young kids are being active.
Saw the cheerleaders earlier. They're all wearing pink tonight as well.
Yes, they are.
Slife will bring it to the near side. He's got room across midfield to the 40, and he'll be pulled down as he gets to the 35-yard line. Finally wrestled down by Court Miracle after a nice run there.
Let's see if Roughriders try to get it to the end zone, or if they're just going to try to get a positive play here. They have a lot of young kids in. And that quarterback looks like number 6.
It's Randy Slife. And he will carry the ball himself. He goes to the far side of the field looking for the corner. He won't get it. He's going to be brought down to the 39-yard line. That'll be the final play of this one. It was all Redskins here tonight. Your final score here at Harmon Field, it was the Redskins 49 and the Roughriders 14. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you. You've been watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Welcome back to Harmon Field. Your final score is the Redskins 49 and the Roughriders 14. And then, Mike, for the Redskins, they did everything that they wanted to do tonight. They ran the ball effectively. A lot of different guys ran the ball effectively. And despite the fact that they were without the services of their starting quarterback, they threw the ball effectively tonight.
Yeah, they definitely showed that they were ready to come out and ready to play. The coaching staff from the Wapak has definitely had them ready to go tonight. They were able to execute anything they basically threw out there. You know, it was a great victory for them, and congratulations goes to them. It definitely doesn't hurt them in the playoff run, as they're definitely looking for a playoff berth this year, ranked number 1 in Region 10 and Division 3, as we mentioned before. And a good job goes out to the St. Mary's staff also. I know it's not the result that they were wanting. They're still trying to find themselves on that sidelines, but their kids definitely played a hard physical game tonight against the Redskins.
Now the Redskins got on the board early in the first quarter with 8:40 to go. They got a 1-yard touchdown run from Aaron Huffman, 8 plays, 54 yards on that drive. That got things started. Zach Schmerge ripped off a big 64-yard run. That led to their second score, or that was their second score. They got big pass plays from Huffman to Metz, 3 of them, a 44-yard touchdown, a 32-yard touchdown, and a 62-yard touchdown pass from Huffman to Metz. And Metz has really developed into quite an offensive weapon for this Redskins team.
Right, if you're scouting this team, you're definitely going to give some notes to both him and Schmerge, because both of them have shown that they can definitely handle the load for the offense for the Redskins.
Well, the Redskins with the win moved to 7-1 overall, 6-1 inside the WBL. St. Mary's will fall to 0-8. They are now 0-7 inside league play. Doug Fry now 4-0 against St. Mary's in his tenure here at Wapakoneta. We want to thank all the guys that do all the hard work to get us on the air tonight. Our cameramen, Jim and Josh Miller, Devontae Robinson, our replay director, Adam Dell, Tony Perro, our technical director, and our director, Todd Utrup. AJ Lacey provides our stats support and did a great job as always. And Mike, great job tonight on your maiden voyage.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully we can get back here in a couple weeks and I can help you guys out again. And now I'm not a rookie anymore. We can definitely have some more fun, and it's always a pleasure. You do a great job. This Game Face Ohio runs an excellent broadcast here, and it's just amazing what they can do for high school sports.
We have future broadcasts coming up, including the Wapakoneta Halloween Parade. That's coming up this Thursday. That's available live on Channel 2, and then we'll be back for football action on Friday night as we will be in Van Wert when this Redskin team goes in to take on the Van Wert Cougars. So we hope you'll join us for that. For Mike Reams, I'm Dan Hearn. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, the final score was the Redskins 49 and the Roughriders 14, and you have been watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.